Chiropractors, you've been sold a lie. Ads alone won't fix your new patient problem. If you paid thousands to an agency and ended up with no shows and zero ROI, you're not alone. It's not just about more ads. The real fix? Make sure every patient covers their own cost and pays for two more. Then scale it all predictably and risk-free. I'll show you exactly how it works.
Over 80% of the chiros I speak to say they don't have the financial or the time freedom they want to make more impact. And so maybe you've tried ads, SEO, social media, workshops. Maybe you've even paid a chiro marketing expert who swore it would work, right? But instead of consistent growth, you got unqualified patients, no shows, and wasted time. And it's not your fault. You've just been handed the wrong playbook. Now, this is only for you if your revenue is at least $10K per month, you have or are open to a cash-based practice, you want more high quality and committed patients who need care, you want financial freedom without the 40+ hour work weeks, you run a holistic, a rehab, or a wellness-based chiropractic practice, you're overwhelmed and anxious because you don't know if you'll earn enough to support your family in the way you want to, and you're ready to go all in now, as long as you have a clear plan that's already tested and works, right? And so for the benefits, I just want us to imagine here, your calendar is packed with committed, cash-paying patients who trust your care. Patient conversations feel natural, not salesy, because people come in pre-sold and excited, asking, how do I start? Instead of, is this covered by my insurance? Your team is fired up because they see the wins, they feel the momentum, and they love being part of something that actually works. You're not just a chiropractor. You're the first person people think of when they need help. They already trust you before you say a word. And you're not just working for a paycheck. You're saving money, going on vacations, and even paying yourself what you and your family deserve. And maybe for the first time in years, you feel total clarity, peace, and purpose because you're in control and building something that lasts. I'm Chris. A little bit about me, why I started ChiroJump. I was a personal trainer, massage therapist for about 4 years. I went to chiropractic school at Parker actually for a trimester, and I actually dropped out after try one to pursue business. I realized that business was my real passion. And as I started pursuing business, I saw that so many of the best chiropractors weren't reaching their goals, not because they weren't amazing at helping people, but because they didn't have a love and passion for business. That wasn't their thing, right? And so I started ChiroJump to help these chiros build the practice of their dreams so that together we could touch thousands of more lives in the process and help chiropractors that are actually devoting their life to healing be able to build the family life they want to. And so before I went to chiro school, I actually worked for Micah Virtue. It's a practice in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And my brothers and I started ChiroJump together. When we did, we used his clinic to test out our system, right? And so he was our family doc for years. And even he didn't believe this could work at first. The result though, in under 30 days, we helped him bring in 22 new patients and collect over $8,000. That was more than 3 times his usual new patient flow. And the practice was brand new, okay? So how did we help Mike add $8,000 to his monthly collections? We used our hybrid growth model. Now I want to talk a little bit about this, but right now there's an opportunity. There's a massive gap in the market for amazing practitioners that truly care. Since COVID, we've seen a movement towards holistic care. Patients are tired of the lies and misinformation about their health. But that means you must stand out to your ideal patients, or you'll blend in with all the noise of the medical field and the big corporations that have started taking over the holistic space. You need a strong process to qualify patients. You need to understand how to relate the value of chiropractic to the things they care about, right? Patients just want someone to care about their health and life as much as they care about themselves. And most chiropractors are wasting money on ads, hoping they'll pay off later. They spend thousands with no guarantee of profit, stuck in unpredictable growth cycles. Chiros need to make a direct profit from marketing. Imagine if marketing wasn't an expense, but a profit generator, where every dollar brings back cash instantly, so your practice can grow without financial risk. That is what we do. And right now there's a massive gap in the market here, hurting the best chiropractors. It's something I like to call the hope marketing trap. You hire a new company, you spend money hoping it works this time. And even if it does work, you're stuck. You're now relying on ad spend just to stay open. You're not building a stable practice. You're just buying your next 30 days. So what if marketing wasn't an expense? What if it didn't cost you any money at all to bring in new patients? Imagine if every $1 you spent, you got $3 back within that same week. You try and spend as many dollars as you can, right? If every dollar you put in, you get $3 back right away. And so as your schedule filled up, as you brought in new patients, what if you could also find ways to grow and still benefit from the upsides of being a full practice without having any sunk costs in marketing? Now, there's so much conflicting evidence. I've heard so many times ads are the best way to scale practice growth, but I've also heard from people, ads don't work anymore. We heard referrals are the best patients, but we've also heard that it takes too long to build a referral system to fill a practice. And so instead of picking one or the other to grow, we actually put them both to the test. And what we stumbled on will blow your mind. All right, the result. And this is what makes our system different. This is the hybrid growth model. It helps you grow fast at first, and then as you grow, we transition your practice to a self-sustaining system. So it keeps growing without relying on outside marketing. Okay, so in that, there's two phases. Number one is the hyper growth phase. We drive in as many high quality new patients as possible using external sources like paid ads. But these aren't the kind of ads that burn your budget and leave you chasing down no-shows. The key here, every campaign is designed to pay for itself by the end of the first visit. So even with external marketing, your growth is paying for itself. Once we start to fill the practice, we move into the self-sustaining growth phase. So as your schedule fills up, we dial back the ads and we help you grow through self-sustaining internal systems. That way you consistently bring in more of your favorite long-term wellness patients from within your practice, all without spending more on ads. So the hybrid growth model, it makes sure you don't waste money on ads when you don't need them. You scale fast, and then you keep growing with your best patients more consistently and predictably while saving money. Okay, so just to show a doc here, we have Dr. Lonnie. She went from 10K to 20K monthly collections in just 9 weeks. From Bedford, New Hampshire, she actually did chiropractic, nutrition, response therapy. But a little bit about her, Dr. Lonnie had been stuck at about $10,000 a month for years. She had 3 new patients a month. That was her ceiling. And worst of all, she started to believe that that's all she was capable of. She was passionate about nutrition response therapy, but every time she tried to offer it, patients brushed it off. They said they didn't want it. And so she was exhausted. She didn't value her time. She wasn't earning enough to provide for her son and her family in the way she wanted to. She was afraid to sell what patients really needed without sounding salesy. She was scared of making a change that might upset her patients. And she knows that patients would drop off care plans and come in super inconsistently. But she knew she could help people. She just didn't know how to bridge the gap between what they wanted and what she knew they truly needed. And so we installed the hybrid growth model, not just to get leads, but to make marketing finally pay for itself from day one. We launched her into the hyper growth phase. In just 9 weeks, she added $10,000 a month in revenue. Over 70% of her patients prepaid for their care plans. Retention skyrocketed. Patients kept coming back, got better, and moved into wellness care. And best of all, her care plans finally integrated NRT. So she was doing what she truly loved and getting better results in the process for her patients, all while working with more line patients and having more time in her schedule than ever before. She didn't have to become someone else. She didn't have to sell like a used car salesman. And today, Dr. Lonnie, she's doing more of what she loves, helping more people than ever. She's more confident in her care, she's making more impact, and she's providing more for her family. This isn't a fantasy. This is what happens when your practice finally starts funding your purpose instead of draining it. Okay, and so if you ever felt like ads aren't profitable, here's Dr. Kyle, a functional medicine and chiropractic doc in Manassas, Virginia, who had a clear goal: grow his revenue, then sell his practice so he could travel and transition to virtual care. But things weren't working. He was stuck around $27,000 a month and had already spent over $20,000 on marketing with other agencies, none of which worked. No-shows were constant, and the few patients who actually did come in weren't serious, right? He was exhausted. He was trying to fix it himself. And when I told him about patient-funded marketing, he literally said, "Hey, I already tried this stuff. I don't think just another system is going to change anything." And he wasn't hopeless, but he was skeptical. And honestly, I can't blame him, right? Like after what he'd been through, who wouldn't be? But he was desperate for a change. So he said, "Okay, let's try this. I just want it to work for once." He dipped his toe in. We launched phase 1, a fast growth campaign built to be profitable from day one. Just 4 months later, Dr. Kyle had generated over $64,000 in care plans. His January collections hit a lifetime record, and he activated a referral engine that brought in 12 internal patients within weeks without spending another dollar on ads. For the first time, his marketing was profitable, and it felt safe, not risky. He knew his money was going to bring in real patients. Now, if you feel like selling care plans feels salesy, pushy, and fake, Dr. Christian, he went from 26% to 61% prepaid care plans in just 8 weeks. He's from River Falls, Wisconsin. He runs a neurodivergent pediatric and family practice. And when I met Dr. Christian, he was stuck in a cycle that all too many chiros know all too well. He cared so much. He served families, kids, and especially neurodivergent children. But the numbers, the retention, the follow-through, it was all falling apart. And he didn't have a new patient problem. He had a belief problem. Because when it came time to recommend care, he froze. Why? Because it felt salesy, felt pushy, and it felt fake. So he didn't share the things that needed to be said, the true solutions to patients accomplishing their health goals, and patients ended up walking out without ever committing to their healing. And so that's when we installed a non-salesy patient conversion blueprint. Not scripts, no pushiness, just a dead simple framework for honest conversations that convert patients into believers in their own health without ever feeling like a pitch. And so we gave him the language, the structure, and most of all, it was the confidence. And so here are the results. Prepays skyrocketed from just 26% to 61%. His patient lifetime value jumped by over $1,100 for every single patient, and his confidence returned. So did the results. In just a few weeks, he was no longer guessing what to say. Patients just started saying yes. They understood the plan. They understood why it was important. They committed, and then they stayed. And we didn't teach Dr. Christian how to sell. We just helped him tell the truth in a way the patients could finally hear, right? No more awkward conversations, no more internal conflict, just clarity and a process that really honored his care and the patient's outcomes. So if you've ever felt like, hey, this could work for others, but not for my area, not for my practice, not for how I practice, Dr. Amanda from Cadence Chiropractic in Minnesota, she felt that as well. She has an integrated wellness practice with ice plunge, red light room, and she's a holistic doc running specialty wellness clinic, and she has a very personal brand voice. She'd been burned before by agencies that said, hey, we can't tailor your ads. We just use what works. So you have to kind of suck it up and do the things we put out there. They told her that her message wasn't scalable. Her past campaigns had high costs, low returns, and leads that were not a fit. And it left her questioning if marketing would ever work for her practice. And so when she joined ChiroJump, she said, hey, I've tried this before. I don't think my town responds to this kind of thing. And I don't want to sound like somebody I'm not. But she decided to give it a try anyway. And we built a campaign around her tone, around her language, and her vision. We didn't force her into a cookie cutter model. We listened, right? And so with just $460 in ad spend, she brought in $4,500 in profit, nearly a 10x return. After her first $5,000 invested into our system, she generated $25,900 in immediate returns. And that excludes referrals, continuation, and so forth. And the difference here was the patients. Leads that came in actually aligned with their values. They were ready to continue care, and they stayed beyond the initial program. She told me this is the first time marketing felt like her, and that we helped her grow without changing who she is. Such an awesome experience. So how much opportunity are you missing out on? I want to give a real example here about one of our current partners. So we'll call her Dr. A. She sees about 12 new patients every month, but she could see 24. So these are actual numbers that she came in with when we first started working together. Now she converts 75% of new patients to a treatment plan, right? The average patient spends $72 per visit. And every patient that started care came back for an average of 65 visits over the years. Okay. And so what we'll do is we're going to calculate LTV, which is the total patient value. So multiply $72 per visit times the 65 visits that each of those patients come in, right? And so every patient on average will end up spending $4,680. But because her schedule wasn't full, she was missing out on 12 new patients every month. And that adds up quick. And so the missed monthly revenue, we have 12 potential new patients times the 75% conversion of those 12 times the amount that each of those converted patients is worth would equal $42,120 per month. She was losing over $500,000 every year in missed revenue just by not filling the spots on her calendar. This isn't what if math, right? Like this is real from a doc just like you. And so what would your life look like with an extra $500,000 every single year? Would you be able to hire your dream team? Could you work less? Could you live more? Would you stop worrying about payroll maybe? Could you finally take that trip with your family you've been dreaming of? So that's about all the time I have to teach you today. I could spend days and days talking about this because that's how much info there is on it. When I was putting together this presentation for you, I had two choices. I could leave you with this info, but honestly, it probably wouldn't be enough for you to go and apply it because I could talk about this stuff for days and there's just a ton of information, ton of depth of knowledge and nuances that are going to come up that are probably going to hinder you from being able to effectively apply this all on your own. Or I could work with you and help you apply this information in your practice with the guarantee to add an extra $100,000 every single year. So is it all right if I share an offer I made for you today? Here's what we do to get such good results and the step-by-step. So number one, a custom done for you patient-funded marketing system, which means more new patients, instantly profitable. We don't just run paid ads. We install our patient-funded marketing system that turns every dollar into immediate revenue. We create, we test, and we optimize ad campaigns using tens of thousands of dollars in live data every month. You don't have to guess what works. We already know. We're looking at the data every single month. We fill your schedule with high quality patients fast and cost effectively. So your marketing isn't an expense anymore. It's an investment. And so here's Dr. Kyle again. If you remember, he went from burned and being stuck to $64,000 in care plans with a sellable practice. And so everything changed after we installed patient-funded marketing into his practice. Dr. Kyle didn't just want to grow his practice. His vision, double his revenue from $27K to $50K per month, sell the practice, go all in on virtual functional medicine, and finally travel the world. But reality looked very different. He spent $20,000 with a trusted marketing agency. He was with them for over 12 months. He was very patient with the results. He had unqualified leads, no shows, 0 conversions, and he was stuck at $27,000 per month. He wasn't being lazy. He wasn't new. He was just burned, right? And that is until patient-funded marketing changed everything. We launched, we scaled, we converted. In just 4 months, he had $64,000 in signed care plans from new patients, record-breaking January collections. Internal referral campaigns added 12 patients to raise their hands and let us know they had a referral in mind without even spending $1 in ads there. And now, Dr. Kyle isn't just growing. He's building a sellable asset, one that works without him, one that funds his future. He's on track to exit this year with a practice that grows fast, makes profit instantly, and can one day sell itself. This is exactly what patient-funded marketing was built to do. Number 2, our done-for-you patient pre-check process. This is the ultimate qualification process, which means no more time wasters, only serious patients. This has transformed the game. Let's face it, most people aren't truly ready to make a real change to their health, and no chiropractor I've ever met has time to waste with 40% show rates. So we built something different. Instead of chasing people down and hoping they show up, we flip the script. We make them prove they're serious before they even get on your schedule. So that means prepaid visits only. So people actually show up and are committed. It means no time wasters, right? Custom ads targeting your best patients so that you get the right people, not just any people. It means perfect ROI tracking. So we're not wondering if marketing is working. And AI-powered follow-up, which means we never wasted time chasing a lead down again. This is Dr. Harris. He went from burned out and bouncing agencies to 40K in just 5 months, from family wellness at Terra Vista in Round Rock, Texas. Dr. Harris was done chasing leads, done with promises, done with patients who booked and then vanished. He had another agency that didn't deliver, another batch of ghosted appointments, another month wondering where did the revenue go? And he wasn't lazy or unskilled at all. He was just attracting the wrong people who book an appointment and then ghost you. Each time it was the same exact story. Low quality leads, missed appointments, no real conversions. People who never really wanted care, right? And so we flipped the script here. We installed our done-for-you patient pre-check process, the system that filters out time wasters and gets only serious patients on the books. And so every patient prepaid before walking in the door. So no shows nearly disappeared. No more chasing, no more ghosting. It means ads were crafted to attract his best fit patients, not bargain hunters or coupon chasers. And in just 5 months, Dr. Harris added over $40,000 in revenue from paid ads. And get this, he told me he converted all but one of those new patients in a month. That's not luck, that's leverage. No more time wasted on the wrong people. Every lead was a serious, committed future patient. And this is what happens when you stop gambling on leads and start pre-qualifying for the ones that are ready to change their lives. So what would your next 5 months look like if every patient showed up ready to say yes? Number 3, our done-for-you booking and follow-up system, which means no more wasted time or leads. Instant response system. Our team calls leads as soon as they fill out the form so that they don't lose interest. Live scheduling support from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Your patients book when it's most convenient for them, not when your front desk gets around to it. And it means you don't have to decide between spending time with family and booking a new patient. This includes human and AI follow-up, right? And we keep chasing the hardest to reach leads until they either book or say no. This is all systematized. It means no more lost opportunities. All right, we have number 4, our referral jumpstart. 20 plus new patients on autopilot. This includes a patient reactivation, turning old patients into active ones. Seasonal referral challenges. This creates urgency and social proof. Patient experience transformation checklist. Every patient becomes a raving fan. The tried and true referral playbook to get 30 plus referrals per month. And this is something when I started this business with my brothers, we went and we interviewed over 250 chiros. And when we did that, we were taking notes on, hey, what are the top 1% of chiropractors doing? And so we took the practices that were getting 30 plus referrals every month and built out a playbook for that. And that's what this is. Next, our SMS campaign to get 8 referrals in 1 hour. Yes, actually, that is the average. Okay, some get some insane numbers past that. We have referral pit stops. Never miss a referral opportunity again. The simple method to get referrals booked without having to chase them down. The strategies for explosive growth that have other chiros in your area trying to study your marketing playbook for. Absolutely insane. And so this is Dr. Melissa from Oakland Life and Vitality Soul as well. In a few months, Dr. Melissa, she generated over 124 new patients. She owned over 50 Google reviews, and she got 72 existing patients to raise their hand to reactivate or refer a friend. These are not from paid ads. This is patients that are already in her practice that she got to reactivate and refer a friend and get somebody in the door. And number 5, our non-salesy patient conversion blueprint, meaning patients stay longer, they commit to care, and they say yes without pressure. This includes a step-by-step customized conversion framework without having to hard sell like a sleazy car salesman. Communication mastery system, so you confidently have conversations about care that feel honest and natural. Ethical conversion training to increase care plan adoption. Your patients will end up wanting to stay with you because they believe in their health. And then custom one-on-one implementation to fit your philosophy, your values, and your vision for your dream practice. So this is Dr. Ryan in the Bay Area from Pinnacle Wellness Center, and he was barely scraping by when we first met. 1 new patient every other month, $4,000 per month in revenue, bills piling up, the stress was real, and it was rising. He had already tried ads and he'd been burned. They brought in people that were just chasing a deal and, they vanished after day 1. He even told me that honestly, he didn't think we'd be able to help him, but he decided to give it one last shot because he needed to. So we installed our systems along with the non-salesy patient conversion blueprint. Within 7 days of us running ads, 8 new patients booked. In his first month, after just a few conversion training sessions, he'd already converted more patients than the entire previous year. And since doubling down on the conversion process, he's had multiple 10K months. Most importantly, his confidence is back. And Dr. Ryan didn't just become some sales machine. He learned how to communicate his care honestly, ethically, and powerfully, meaning no pressure, no hype. It was just a simple process that aligned with his purpose, and it worked. And so now we have Dr. Colin, Dr. Erica. They said you can't sell care plans in Canada. That's something they actually told me from KW Health in Ontario. Dr. Colin literally told me straight up, people in Canada won't commit to care plans. It's just not how it works with insurance. And patients love that I don't push plans. They come in when they can. And he liked that he wasn't one of those sleazy car salesman offices, right? After COVID, their practice was surviving. It was not growing. Dr. Colin and his wife, Dr. Erica, actually downsized their practice during COVID. Their revenue hovered around $13K a month, but they noticed the growth stopped. And Dr. Colin knew that the come when you can model was not creating real results for his patients or for the practice. He had never sold a single care plan before, let alone have a patient prepay, ever. Then we introduced our non-salesy patient conversion blueprint. He sold his first ever care plan, then a second, and then a third, and within 60 days, he added 40 new patients, $7,000 collected in a single week, which is more than half his monthly income before. Now, Dr. Colin, Dr. Erica aren't just growing, they are more confident. Patients understand the value of their care. They actually commit to their treatment plans, they stay, and they get better results for it. He felt like selling care plans would make him feel pushy, but now he's realized it's not about the selling. It's about genuine conversations and helping people commit to their healing. Number 6, the patient profit multiplier. Patients become 2 to 5 times more valuable, get better results, and stay with you longer. So this includes retention frameworks. So we get patients to stay longer and refer more. Our custom service upsells to increase revenue per patient with 0 extra effort. And our care plan compliance to boost patient results and profits all at the same time. So this here is Dr. Maddie from Orange County, California. She cared deeply about helping people transform their lives, but her patients didn't value her care in the way she knew that they should. Right? She was stuck at $3,500 per month. Patients were treating her like a walking clinic, no structure, no commitment, absolutely no results. And so she avoided talking about long-term care because she was afraid of coming off salesy. And so she ended up avoiding talking about care plans at all. She never had the honest conversation and set proper expectations about the care her patients would actually need to get the results they wanted. But avoiding that conversation was costing her everything. That changed fast with the patient profit multiplier. We helped her install a retention framework so patients stick and refer, a care plan structure so they understand the real path to healing, upsells built around what she already offered, 0 pressure, just value. We didn't teach her how to sell, right? We gave her the confidence and the structure to have real honest conversations with her patients about what they actually needed to get better. The result was massive. Price increases, patients committing to 3 to 6 month care plans. She converted 27 out of 33 new patients in 1 month. Correct expectations drove an increase in retention. And her revenue jumped from $3.5K to over $10,000 per month because patients are sticking around through the care plan and moving through wellness care. And that's just a start. Not because she became a salesperson, but because she finally set the right expectations and gets patients to comply with their recommendation. Number 7, personalized implementation for your practice. This means no cookie cutter systems. This is built around your goals. A strategic roadmap built for you. We don't force a one size fits all model. Every piece of the system is customized to your dream practice, your dream lifestyle, your patients, and your revenue goals. So we'll start off with our custom approach to make sure we're steering towards your dreams and your goals every single step of the way. This is Dr. Jeremy Lawson from Catalyst Family Chiropractic in Illinois. He runs a prenatal, pediatric, and young family practice. So it's very specific to the way he practices. His practice has a lot of customizations and things like that. But in his first month, he tripled his new patients from 8 to 26. He jumped from $17,500 to $26,500 in monthly revenue. Here's Dr. Sweeney. She is in Seattle, Washington. She is a solo chiro Gonstead practice. After hitting 30K months in 2022, she expanded. And this is a story I see so common. But after expanding, her revenue crashed until she couldn't even pay her bills every month. She tried working with a big marketing company. They ended up booking a ton of new patients, but the patients rarely showed up. The few people that did show up weren't good fits. And her average revenue dropped to under $17,000 per month. Most of that going directly to expenses with the expansion. That's when we met. Within months of implementing our system, she reclaimed her $30,000 monthly revenue for the first time in 2 years. Absolutely amazing. Number 8, direct access and one-on-one support, which means you get real help whenever you want it instantly. You are not going to be left to get lost in the ether of ChiroJump. You will be receiving an extreme amount of attention. We will be in a private chat between you, your team, our entire team. No more email follow-up and 3 to 5 business day response time, right? Every question you have gets answered near immediately. It's the step-by-step execution. You follow the system, we will handle the heavy lifting. You're going to simply do what we're actively instructing you to do, which means lower mental bandwidth required. We're giving you the step-by-step process. Our founders, our expert team are specifically available, active, and answering your questions. We are not going to make you feel stupid for asking questions. In fact, it's much better than not asking questions. Number 10, we take on the risk for you. Our 100K growth guarantee. If you implement our system and don't add $100,000 in revenue over the next 12 months, we will keep working with you for free until you do. And we'll upgrade you to private one-on-one consulting as well. We're not going to let you fall short. We're not going to let you not hit the goals that we set out to accomplish together. Number 11, here's some bonuses. Now, I do want to do something special because if you're the kind of chiropractor who takes action now, I want to reward you for that. And so we have 3 bonuses for you. Super excited to watch these. Number 1, the 24 and 24 review jumpstart, which means we help you get dozens of Google reviews this week so you can boost your Google ranking and social proof overnight. More reviews means higher rankings, means more clicks, it means more trust and more new patients. So if you want to boost your Google ranking overnight and get patients saying, I found you on Google, click the button below. We're going to set that up for you. So here's some docs that we've launched this campaign for. Favorite Family Chiropractic in Arkansas. If you see right here, before the campaign, about 140 Google reviews. And after the campaign, 295 Google reviews, more than double. Oakland Life Chiropractic, 113 Google reviews, all the way to 167 Google reviews. And these aren't unique cases where they got a lot of Google reviews, right? Like the averages are 24 or up. And these aren't just insane results. This happens time and time again. Number 2, our fast cash, $10,000 in 14 days play. This is our exact playbook to drive instant revenue before investing a single dollar into ads. We'll set it up for you and even give you the step-by-step process to get them in the door. So if you want to increase your revenue while everyone else is waiting on patients to schedule, book a call now and let's launch it. Number 3, the private internal referral jumpstart training. These are the proven systems used by the top 1% of practices to generate 30 plus referrals every month without begging, bribing, or giving away free visits. I interviewed over 200 chiropractors when we started this business to see what they were doing to grow. We pulled the tips, the tricks, and tactics from the top 1% of practices that were seeing over 30 referrals every month. So if you want to grow without chasing leads down and finally turn happy patients into a steady flow of new ones, hit the button below the video and we will get you the training. You get all these completely free of charge just for clicking the button below the video. Just to know, these are strictly limited to the first 10 chiropractors each month. After that, they are gone. Now, why is that? We actually have a special role in our team dedicated to setting up these bonuses, but because each setup takes a few hours and about $100 to $300 in software costs for us to launch, and we only have so much time in our day, we can only offer it to 10 people every month. So there's a real constraint there. Since you did take the time to watch this video, I would absolutely love to offer you one of those 10 spots. But again, once they're gone, that's it for the month. So if you want to lock in your bonuses, make sure you click the button below and book a call today. We'll put you on the wait list if we are out of spots. So let's recap. If you're feeling overwhelmed, not seeing the growth you want, and you're tired of trying all the things only to stay stuck, here's exactly what you're getting when we work together. So number 1, Not only will you get our custom patient-funded marketing system, so you can fill your practice with high-quality new patients and make a profit from day one. Not only do you get our done-for-you booking system, so you never waste another second chasing leads or playing phone tag. Our team handles all the follow-up for you. Not only do you get our done-for-you patient pre-check process, so you stop getting ghosted and only speak with serious patients who show up and want your care. Not only do you get our referral jumpstart, so you generate 20 plus new patients per month on autopilot without ads, using referrals, reactivations, and more. Not only do you get our non-salesy patient conversion blueprint, so you turn more first visits into long-term care plans without ever feeling salesy or pushy. Not only do you get our patient profit multiplier, so every patient becomes more valuable in your business, staying longer, referring more, and getting better results. Not only do you get direct support, one-on-one access, and personalized implementation so you can build your dream practice with the proven principles others have used. You will also get the 24 in 24 review jumpstart, fast cash $10,000 in 14 days play, and the private internal referral jumpstart training. And you get all of these backed by our 100K growth guarantee. So that if you follow our program and you don't add $100,000 in revenue in the next 12 months, we keep working with you for free. And we give you private one-on-one consulting until you do. Before we dive in, a ton of people use inflated numbers for what their services are worth, right? I wanted to avoid that. So I asked GPT to give me accurate costs for everything we do. And so here's that prompt. So you can pause it and look at that if you want. But number one, it said the fair value is a $7,500 one-time setup and $3,000 per month for ongoing ad management. Number two, for the done-for-you booking and follow-up system, $5,000 one-time setup plus $2,500 per month for ongoing lead handling. Number three, the done-for-you patient pre-check process, fair value $4,500 one-time setup plus $1,500 a month for ongoing optimization. Number four, internal marketing system, fair value $6,500 one-time setup plus $2,500 per month for ongoing referral systems. The holistic patient conversion blueprint, fair value $6,000 one-time setup, $1,500 a month for ongoing coaching. The patient profit multiplier, fair value $5,000 one-time setup, $2,000 per month for ongoing revenue optimization. Number seven, the direct access and white glove support, fair value $4,500 one-time setup and $1,500 a month for ongoing coaching access. And so it went and created the final adjusted pricing, and the total value, according to GPT, everything in this program would cost $39,000 in setup fees, plus $14,500 per month if you hired multiple companies or you built it yourself. And honestly, that lines up with what I've seen quoted by others to do just a fraction of what we're offering here. So I don't feel bad at all waiving the entire $39,000 setup cost and just charging $14,500 per month for the full system. But I didn't build this to be fair. I built this to be a complete no-brainer. So let's cut that monthly number another time to less than half, all the way down to $6,000 per month. Okay. Even though $6,000 per month is way less than the total true value, I'm not done yet. I want to make this offer so good, it is impossible to say no to. So let's cut that in half again. Your investment, just $3,000 per month. And honestly, I feel amazing about this price because of how much value, how much support, and the guarantee we include with it. But here's the thing. I started this company to serve the best chiropractors. So you never have to choose between impacting patients and providing for your family. So we're not just cutting the price. We have shifted the standard. We actually charge less than the price of one care plan, and we're going to ensure profitability for you. But let's say you're not entirely sure if all this will work for you yet, and you decide to just take the free bonuses and absolutely nothing else. So even if our 24 in 24 review jumpstart only got 50 more patients to leave a Google review, and that brought you only one extra single patient every month for the next decade. So even if our fast cash $10,000 in 14 days play only brought in 5 extra referrals to sign on to care. So even if our private internal referral jumpstart training only got you an extra 3 referrals every month, 36 referrals per year. That's 360 referrals every single decade for the rest of your practice life. Even if that's all that happened, would that be worth spending time on a call? Click the button below to do that. But let's review worst case, best case. Worst case, you get a fully built system. You learn how to attract better patients and increase value. And if you don't add $100,000 in 12 months, we keep working with you for free with upgraded support. You gain skills, you gain systems, and you have support. Best case, you hit 30K, $40K, even $50,000 per month. You take home more, work less, you become the go-to clinic in your city, and you finally have the freedom to live the lifestyle you became a chiropractor for. This isn't just about more revenue. It's about building your dream life. And so next steps, click the button below this video, answer a few questions, then schedule a call with our team. We'll walk through all the details customized to you, customized to your business, and get all these bonuses set up for you. Let's transform your practice this year.